Hey guys, it's Wayne, welcome back. Today we're going to be going through unpopular opinions once again, and I'm going to be telling you if they should remain unpopular or we should make it a popular opinion. Let's go. Once again, I found these on the Instagram page Puberty or Puberty Sport, so you can check them out. I haven't gone through them yet. I'm giving you my opinions on the spot, so in case I miss anything out, please bear with me. But let's get straight to the first one. This is from Benson. Pep Guardiola's Barcelona was overhyped and not the best team in club history. Well, Pep Guardiola's Barcelona is definitely considered one of the best in history, and I do think there is good reason for it. If we see what he's achieved with Barcelona, in that, he wasn't there for too long. It was quite a short spell. Obviously, it started in 2007 or 2008, I believe 2007. No, I think it was 2008, right? Because in his first season, he won the treble, right? With Barca beating United in 2009 Champions League final, because unfortunately, I remember that. I feel like they are considered one of the best because they are. The things that they achieved in that short spell, and obviously it did align with the rise of Leo Messi being one of the best in the world under Pep, so perhaps you can give him some credit for that as well. You could make the argument that Messi played a big part in that, and it was not necessarily Pep, but this statement says Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. Messi was a part of that, right? Whether it's the best team ever, there is an argument for that, I think, because especially the way they beat United, I'll never forget, in the 2009 final and the 2011 final. United were, in my opinion, the second best team in the world at that point, and they just breezed past us on both occasions. So I have to give them their flowers, and I think they are one of the best. If they are the best, maybe you could argue the Real Madrid period where they won 3 in a row under Zidane, or you could argue the MSN Barcelona, the Arsenal Invincibles, United treble winners, United 2008 double winners. You can put the current Man City squad also in the conversation, but I think they are one of the best. Whether this is a bit of a tricky one, because I don't know if they are the best ever, but they're definitely one of the best. For me, I'm going to leave it in unpopular just because I can see why some people would consider them the best in history. So I'm going to leave it unpopular. This season, we'll see a first-time UCL winner. This is by Matters. This season, first-time UCL winner. Are you insinuating Arsenal are going to win it? Or maybe Leverkusen? There is a possibility, because Arsenal is a good side this season and possibly they could win it. It's unlikely. The favourites are still Real Madrid, Man City, possibly Leverkusen, PSG, maybe. Arsenal are possibly the only team I could think of, or Leverkusen if they have a great season, but I still think Real Madrid are favourites. This is unlikely. Just statistically, I would say we got to leave it unpopular because I don't see Arsenal winning it. I think probably it's going to be Madrid or City again, unfortunately. It's by Idris Muhammad saying La Liga is better than the EPL. In what way though? How are we measuring this? 10 years ago, this statement was 100% true. The La Liga was a way higher level, maybe not way higher, but it was a higher level than the Premier League. You had the best players in the world in the La Liga. You had Messi, Ronaldo. I think Real Madrid, Barca was stacked. That was the biggest game in football. But times have changed. I think the Premier League has a lot of money, which is the main reason why it is one of the best in the world. In my opinion, it is one of the most competitive in the world as well. Obviously, City has won a lot of titles, but they haven't run away with the league. I think Arsenal pushed them close, Liverpool has pushed them close over the last few years, so it hasn't been a straightforward walkover. It hasn't been a 10-point difference. I think once it was when United came second, once or twice, but it is quite a competitive league. The 20th team could beat the first place team because every team has key players and big players, especially with the budget that Premier League sides have. So I would say that the Premier League is better in most ways, in terms of the players, in terms of the entertainment value, in terms of the big games there, in terms of the managers, the players. I think the Premier League is just box office currently. Every Premier League weekend has big games. I would say the Premier League, on a worldwide basis, is better than in La Liga currently. We have Hexagon Football saying that the new Champions League format is better than the previous one. I mean, it's hard to judge this one because we haven't had it yet. We haven't seen the entertainment value it brings. Like, I have fond memories of the previous format and how it has been. Watching knockout games, watching group games, the way teams progress, the home and away legs. I know that a lot of it is carried forward, but of course, with the new system where there aren't exactly groups, I mean, there's like a table format, right, where the top teams go through, and I guess you would have bigger games in that table format, like big teams playing each other more often than it would have been based on the previous format. But to be honest, that was the charm of it, right? That you get to the group stage and you have a few games to test yourself against possibly relatively weaker, but you could be in a group of death with really strong opposition. I mean, I did enjoy that the big teams played only the knockout stages, that those games were something special, right? The less you have of something, the more you look forward to it, right? If United play Barcelona every year in a group stage game, if they play in a knockout game, it won't be as exciting, right? That's at least what I think. Maybe it's nostalgia, but I do have fond memories of the previous format and how it worked out, where big teams wouldn't play each other that often, which was something to look forward to, and they did. But I can see why maybe people want to see their teams tested against bigger teams. Again, in a couple of months, or not a couple of months, maybe at the end of this season, I'm going to come back to this and let you know, because right now, until you've actually had it tested out, it's hard to say whether it's going to be exciting or not. So I'm going to leave it unpopular as well. Okay, we have footy Liverpool fans saying Mbappe is going to flop at Madrid. Now, this might be a bit controversial, but I do think they may be onto something here, because I'm not sure whether the systems at Madrid suits Mbappe. I think Mbappe is his best when he's on the left, not as striker. And obviously you have Vinny on the left, who is also one of the best in the world, so I don't think you can displace Vinny from left wing. I think Rodrigo on right wing is again one of the best in the world. I mean they won the Champions League last year playing this team, right? I mean, I get Mbappe is arguably the best in the world currently based on his talent, age, his fitness level. He would be encroaching on Bellingham's position, in my opinion, because Bellingham played as a false nine last season, while now obviously Mbappe is going to play as striker, right? This season, he might flop at Madrid, in my opinion, because he might not fit into the system, and I think they might have to let some players go in order for him to shine at Madrid. Real will do well this season, but whether Mbappe will shine like he did at PSG, I know this is an unpopular opinion, because Mbappe is a quality player. He's one of the best in the world. His talent is amazing, and I'm sure he's going to do well just based on the fact that he's wanted this move so badly, and he is here and he's in his prime right now. I just think this season, I'm going to make this a popular opinion. It's probably not going to bode well for me at the end of the season after he wins the Ballon d'Or, but I'm going to put it all on the line and say this should be made a popular opinion just for this season. I think he's going to come good after this, but just for this season, Mbappe is going to flop at Madrid. Lamine Yamal is just an ordinary player and will never reach Messi's level. He will end up like Ansu Fati. This is by #private. Somebody is being a negative Nelly. I mean, I think everyone wants Lamine Yamal to succeed, especially after the Euros. He was like a joy to watch in the Euros, the way he played. He did remind you a lot of Messi, his dribbling, and obviously he's a left footer, so everyone compares him to Messi playing at Barca, a young star at 16. Ansu Fati did have a better start to Barca than Lamine Yamal had till now. I just think if Lamine Yamal remains fit, he is going to be one of the best players in the world soon. The only concern is what happened with Ansu Fati, which is injuries. I think injuries can stunt any player's growth. That's just the name of the game, really. I think Messi and Ronaldo were both pretty lucky not to have any major injuries which stunted their development, especially during the formative years. Lamine Yamal has the potential to reach Messi's, maybe not Messi's level. So to be honest, I'm going to agree with this statement, because I don't think he's going to reach Messi's level. I think Messi's level is unreachable. Messi, Ronaldo has set a new bar, and I don't think Lamine Yamal, it's unlikely he's going to reach that level, but I think he can be one of the best in the world. Even if he reaches, say, a Ronaldinho level or a Thierry Henry level, I think that's a huge, amazing level to reach, right? You don't have to reach Messi or Ronaldo to be one of the best in the world. I hope he doesn't end up like Ansu Fati. Not saying that Ansu Fati's career is over, but the promise he had, and then after that injury, he didn't look like the same player, right? Fingers crossed Lamine Yamal doesn't face any of these issues. But I'm going to make this a popular opinion because it says that he will never reach Messi's level. So I do agree with that, but I do not agree that he's an ordinary player. I think he's a special player, but only time will tell whether he reaches his potential or not. Okay, we have Amad Diallo is a championship level player. This is by Rack City. To be honest, this is up for debate. Playing for Sunderland and for Rangers, he showed that he is a quality player. So that's for sure. The level that he is at is hard to really quantify, but what he showed so far in pre-season Premier League and even end of last season is that he has the potential to be a top quality player. And I think this season is the time for Amad to show that he is a Premier League level player. To be a top quality championship player, in my opinion, is being good enough to play in the Premier League. Is it good enough to pay for Manchester United is another question. The onus is definitely on him. So in a way, I can agree with Rack City that he's a championship level player in the sense that he showed that he can play in the championship. But I would say leave it unpopular because I personally think he will show himself to be a top quality Premier League player this season as long as he doesn't get a lot of injuries. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Again, I found it quite interesting. I like to think from the perspective of the people who write these opinions, why they would think a particular way. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my opinions, and leave some of your unpopular opinions in the comments as well. I want to pick them up for the next video, and I'd love to know what you think is an unpopular opinion that should be made popular. And if you enjoyed this, please like, please subscribe. It does me a huge favor in boosting the channel. I'm a new channel, so I'm trying to grow, and hoping to catch you guys in the next video. See ya.